Welcome back. 6:48, taking a live look this morning at the White House. Congressional leaders from both parties will be meeting with President Trump there a little bit later this morning. Congress is facing several deadlines this month, including one to raise the debt ceiling and another to fund the government. They're also under pressure to provide aid in response to Hurricane Harvey. A very good Wednesday morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Kyle Bosch. We're just getting started with nonstop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we do start with some breaking news we've been following for you this morning. One person was sent to the hospital after an overnight rollover crash in Moorhead. It all happened around 11:30 last night in the 1300 block of Center Avenue. Police say they believe this red pickup truck jumped over a curb, then flipped over. The driver was the only person inside that vehicle. His injuries are unknown at this time. Developing for you this morning after his meeting with congressional Republicans at the White House and Democrats at the White House later this morning, President Donald Trump is set to make a visit to North Dakota for a speech about tax reform. The president is set to speak at an oil refinery in Mandan sometime after 3 this afternoon. Of course, Valley News Live will have a crew there to cover all of the action. We'll be live streaming the event online and bringing you all the latest and reaction to the speech tonight on Valley News Live. New for you this morning, President Donald Trump now says that he will revisit a program that protects young immigrants brought to the country illegally as children if Congress doesn't act. Yesterday, the Justice Department announced it would be winding down the DACA program. Attorney General Jeff Sessions says there will be a phased termination schedule, which will allow Congress a 6-month window to try and pass legislation that could possibly save the program. Well, time now to get a check of our storm team forecast this morning with meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli.
And thank you, Kyle. Good morning, everybody. Temperatures on the way up as we get the sun rising. We should see mostly sunny skies today. High temperature around 71 degrees. Current temperatures look like this. We're at 38 right now in Fargo. Temperatures into the mid to upper 30s across northwestern Minnesota, closer to 40 into Lakes Country, and where they're seeing some cloud cover, a little warmer. Jamestown at 46, Devil's Lake at 48 degrees, with mainly clear skies being the story for us, and that is not going to change for a while. High pressure, a few areas of high pressure in charge across the northern plains all the way out toward the west coast. We had that northerly flow yesterday, and we're going to tap into more of a southerly flow as we go through the next few days. Still, the highs mean plenty of sunshine for us, and a southerly wind means temperatures will rise pretty nicely. We're into the upper 60s and lower 70s today into the southern valley. Mostly sunny and cool into Lakes Country. A little cooler, low to mid 60s in most places. Still mostly sunny. Temperatures a little below normal for this time of year. We're going to be into the low to mid 60s in most places into northwestern Minnesota, with temperatures near 70 into the valley locations and out toward the Devil's Lake Basin. 69 at Carrington, 66 as you make your way up toward the Can-Do area for today, with winds light from the northwest. And there's your plenty of sunshine for this afternoon, with regional temperatures mainly into the upper 60s and lower 70s and closer to 80 as we go through your Thursday. Sunny skies turn mostly sunny on Friday, a high of 76, and 82 on Saturday, mostly sunny skies. Temperatures getting into the mid-80s on Sunday, a slight chance of some showers and thunderstorms, and we're going to keep a chance of some showers and storms on Monday with a high of 85 degrees and 80 on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies. There's your weather. Let's check in with Al now with your traffic.
Well, Justin, that sounds like a pretty great forecast to go with this great sunrise that we have going out here this morning. And we have a great deal of traffic out here as well to make it the trifecta. Westbound Interstate 94, really busy this morning. Just a steady stream of lights out here. Thanks for driving with those lights on this time of day. Eastbound I-94, no slouch either. Lots going on, particularly between 45th and the Tri-Level. And we're getting a little congestion, a little build-up there, so make sure you're mindful of that. We do have a stalled car, that one we told you about a little bit earlier, and I was right. It's a Pontiac, red one. It's at eastbound Interstate 94 at 45th Street. Make sure you're looking out for that. No lights, no flashers. I-29 traffic, plenty of activity over there as well. And don't forget the work on 32nd Avenue South and the construction zone there. Make sure you're slowing down, driving extra carefully through there on both the interstate and on 32nd as well. Drive carefully today and always. Al Ahmet, Valley Today traffic.
6:53 now. Grand Forks police say they may have found a man involved in a double stabbing near the UND campus. Jordan Parisian was arrested yesterday morning south of the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Police aren't yet connecting him to the stabbing, but do say he fits a description given by one of the victims. Police say the Parisian was seen trying to break into the same apartment where that stabbing took place on Monday. He's being held for burglary and criminal trespass charges. Court documents in the Savannah Graywin murder case have been sealed until a verdict is reached, a guilty plea is entered, or the cases are dismissed. This picture shows the list of search warrants that have been filed in connection with the murder. There are 10 of them, and normally they would be publicly available documents. But they can't be opened right now because filed with the warrants are about a half a dozen court motions and orders to seal them up. Brooke Cruz and William Hain are facing conspiracy to commit murder charges, among others, in the case. The court says that if the warrants are made public, it could risk undermining their right to a fair trial. 3 people are facing charges for a shooting incident in Moorhead. D'Angelo Brooks, Raekwon Thomas, and a man under the age of 18 were all arrested after police found Thomas's wrestling championship class ring at the scene of the crime. Back on July 25th, Moorhead police responded to this apartment after reports of shots being fired during an apparent drug deal turned robbery. Thomas, Brooks, and the teen are now facing charges of aggravated robbery. A Grand Forks man is behind bars this morning after a police chase through 2 states. Police say 26-year-old Kyle Heinz had a warrant out for his arrest and led officers on a chase from Grand Forks into East Grand Forks, then almost back into North Dakota. Heinz has been charged with reckless endangerment and fleeing, among other charges. Fargo police, meanwhile, are investigating an incident that left an NDSU student in the hospital with severe injuries. The victim told officers he was jumped by several men near the T-Loft Apartments by NDSU. Police say that 3 suspects have been interviewed, and they plan to send the case to the Cass County State's Attorney's Office for possible charges. A Minnesota man is being held in the Beltrami County Detention Center this morning, accused of abducting his ex-girlfriend. Joshua Smith of Black Duck, Minnesota, was allegedly holding the woman at a home in Hornet Township, northeast of Bemidji last week. When deputies arrived, they saw the woman walking away from the building, and after searching the home, they found Smith and arrested him. 2 people in the last 2 months have now been attacked by a muskie on the same northern Minnesota lake. Check out these pictures. 22-year-old Paige Doherty's foot was bitten Sunday afternoon on Island Lake as she was dangling it in the water. Her mom says that everyone looked over and saw a big muskie mouth coming out of the water at the time. Now, the injuries are not considered serious, but the family estimates the fish was about 40 inches long. Now, you might remember back in July, a 10-year-old girl was also bitten by a fish on Island Lake. She had to get 25 stitches for her injuries. Well, once again, our community is encouraged to step out and support those who are fighting cancer. Some big events going on this week as part of 61 for 61. In the Valley Today's Christy Larson is joining us live this morning to talk more about how we can all get involved in this annual event. Hi, Christy.
Well, good morning, Kyle. I know a lot of people love going out, signing their names on the wall, maybe their loved ones on the wall. And Colleen, this seems to be like one of those events that people just come out and support continuously. And it's because of that support, Roger Maris gets to provide so many different things for those cancer patients.
Yes, they do. There's just so many things that happen because of the fundraising that we do with 61 for 61 and the home run walk both. It's so nice to see the community support behind the programs as well. And because it means a lot to our survivors and their caregivers and everyone else who is affected.
So when can people come out and support by either taking part in that home run walk or maybe even just coming out and doing maybe a meal outside in the parking lot?
Absolutely. Tomorrow's like one big party. We start off with Robbie David Moose from the Fox radio station in the morning at 6 o'clock doing their broadcast from Family Fair. Taco John's has 61-cent tacos happening all day long. Family Fair has their cookouts at all locations tomorrow from 11 to 7. With the 25th location going till 9 o'clock. Then we've got the home run walk that kicks off at 5:30, the registration. So if you haven't registered, you can still get registered for the home run walk. Come on at about 5:30 to South Point Clinic, which is just diagonal across from Family Fair. And then the walk starts at 6:30. And new this year, we have a 1 mile color run as well as our 5K.
So many different ways to get involved. Again, so many different opportunities tomorrow. We do have a list of them up on valleynewslive.com. All you have to do is, Kyle, click on that hot button, or you can donate right there on their webpage too if you're not able to make it out tomorrow. And as we've heard this morning, every single dollar really does count, go towards so many different programs they have.
All right, Christy Larson reporting live for us this morning. Well, we've got some exciting news here from Valley News Live. We have partnered with the Fargo Force. We made that announcement earlier this year, and we can now announce some of the dates for when you can watch Force games live on MeTV. The first broadcast is set for October 6th. That is the Force home opener at Shields Arena. They're hosting Sioux Falls. There will also be games broadcast in November, December, and January as we partner to bring you some of the top junior hockey in the country right to your home if you can't make it out to Shields Arena. Well, let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook for you this morning. 41% of people will stay in a dead-end job for this reason. The answer, it's close to home. You can take part in our question of the morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page every Monday through Friday and joining the conversation. A chilly start, Justin. Kids going to probably need the jackets this morning, but maybe not so much on the way home from school.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the story as we go through the rest of the week, but especially today when we're into the upper 30s. Temperatures topping off into the lower 60s in Lake Country, upper 60s out toward Jamestown, lower 70s out toward Devil's Lake and the Southern Valley, and then plenty of sunshine through the rest of the week. Temperatures staying into the mid 70s to lower 80s with a chance of some showers and storms Sunday and Monday.
All right, Justin, thank you very much. The Today Show and CBS This Morning just about to get started, but the Valley Today rolls on. More live up-to-the-minute news and weather coming up right now on the Fargo CW.